Alright, Huntsman, this is it. The final episode of Rwby's Queendom. The Nightmare Grim has been vanquished. Weiss has been freed, Blake has been freed, Rwby has been freed. The girls have awoken from their long slumber, and they're ready to resume their training. And considering this episode shares the same title as the first episode of Volume 2, everything comes full circle, completely bookending how everything capped off. But will there be any changes to the event? Naturally, they'll talk about everything that went down with the Nightmare Grim, but will there be hints to a potential future season? Maybe something that takes place between volumes 2 and 3? Not too much wiggle room, all things considered. And on top of that, we haven't really resolved things in terms of Yang and her situation with her mom, or even really getting any kind of a flashback to Rwby and her relationship with Summer, which is why I feel like they didn't really explore that too much in terms of the dream world. Whereas Weiss and Blake have honestly faced pretty much all of their demons, Rwby and Yang still got a few skeletons in their closet. So this might be the end. So I want to soak it in for as long as I can. So join me and embrace the final episode, won't you? Back to daily life. Ninjas of Love, nice. Dear Dad, how are you? I'm really good. I actually ended up on the same team as Yang, isn't that great? To my beloved sister Winter, I hope you have been well. Since entering Beacon Academy, I have maintained top grades in my class. She's blushing. The Clear Hopper 2 became team leader, called Team Rwby. Don't play my game with me. It's like, no, I'm too busy reading my smut. Since I'm the youngest, I was really shy and wasn't confident at all. Everyone helped me out and supported me, so I feel like I could do it now. They decided not to make me a leader. Instead, they gave me the responsibility to fully support my team and the ideal teammate. Our leader is Rwby Rose. Oh, they ended up playing together. Aww. She is younger and still somewhat awkward, but she has exceptional courage. And listen, she has all the makings of a fine huntress. Aw, she has saved me when I was in a pinch. Oh, she didn't do that much. Oh my god, Weiss. But she is a reliable leader. Oh. And it's one of the friends I've made here at the academy. So I just have to practice weapon making and fighting, or to become a huntress. I'm learning all sorts of things that I never even thought about, like what it means to trust one another. That's beautiful. You had told me that as well, I would have happily listened. But you're the one who ran away. But you wouldn't have listened to me anyway, would you? Do you know how much that hurts? You wouldn't understand. You don't know how it feels to think I wouldn't care. I wouldn't you understand? Now, please come and talk to us when something happens. I understand. Do you really? I did. It was my fault too. I'll try hard to trust you all. Alright? Hey, now that that's taken care of, can you both feel better? Yes, much better. Me too. Team Rwby's motto. From now on, let's communicate, try to understand each other. Sure, you understand so easy enter their dreams. The human heart sure is a mystery. Oh, you stop talking about dreams. The mysteries of the human heart. There's a lot of stuff that I still have to learn. Oh, just a little while ago. It's like Blake's like, I played your game, so you read the books. I felt like I had too much, I didn't know what to do. And coffee with a whole bunch of sugars and cream. Oh, that's cute. Oof. Giving me the warm fuzzies. Chapter 12, best day ever. Heading out, Shion? Originally, my semblance was the power to read people's heart. Everyone holds both light and darkness inside themselves, but neither one represents a complete person. The heart is much more complex than that. I was finally able to understand that because of what I learned here at the academy. Once I encountered the Nightmare Grim, my semblance grew in unanticipated ways. Yeah, I've heard from a few people that the way Shion's semblance work is utter bullshit. Developed the power to defeat the grim that possessed people's heart. Your semblance grew, yes. Also, I learned that nightmares are attracted to individuals that have strong auras but sensitive personalities. In a way, it is a sign that those people have exceptional talent. You hear that? Aren't you happy? Will you please stop pouring salt in the wound? Eventually, your semblance will develop together with your aura, illuminating your path forward as hunters and huntresses. Our leader doesn't even have a semblance though, right? Nah, Donna will be fine. Team Rwby, Team Juniper, you are both exceptional teams. I look forward to seeing you grow. See, I wonder if this means that Shion will show up in the actual series proper, but would that actually make any sense? I mean, Shion's a very situational hunter. I mean, they have a specialty, so thank you very much, Professor Xion. We'll do our best to become huntresses as soon as we can, so we work together with you. Yes, I have high hopes for you. We still don't really know how the other professors are doing. Is Glinda still rebuilding Beacon after everything that happened? And what about the thing hidden in Beacon? Oh, there's still a lot we don't know. It does look like there will be an interesting year, Professor Alston. It's safe to assume that there are no longer any nightmares in the region? Yes, my job here is complete. I pray that your path will lead you to fortune and happiness, Xion Zidon. Ooh, that was ominous. Rooby Blake, I'd like to speak with each of you separately. Alright. Oh, hey, we get to see his office. Cool. Haven't been here in a long time. You did an outstanding job defeating the nightmares. Are you still worried about you might not deserve to be a leader? To tell the truth, I still don't know if I deserve it or not. But I decided to give it my absolute best anyway, working together with my teammate. Correct answer. By the way, when you defeated the nightmare, did you sense anything unusual? The silver eyes? Unusual? What do you mean? For example, a power unlike an aura or a semblance. I was really caught up in so I honestly don't remember. Of course he doesn't. It would break continuity! Well, I remember that I was able to see because my friends were with me. I realized how powerful friendship really is. The power of friendship! Like that was not the answer I wanted. The many experiences you'll have in the future will likely awaken the power sleeping within you. I look forward to you continuing your studies and becoming an outstanding hunter. Well, that's about what I expected. You waited for me. You want to know what you talked about? I talked about having friends with you makes you stronger in battle. You told me to keep studying and do my best. So he was basically praising you. But why did you ask for Blake too? I know once I speak to Professor Elspin. Why don't you all go ahead into town? You don't need to wait for me. Okay, we'll invite Team Juniper and head to the cafe. I wonder if it's about the White Fang. You thwarted an attempted robbery at the shipyard, and they demonstrated great initiative and strength in defeating the nightmares. You have great potential. Only did what I had to in order to enroll at my academy. Students must first pass a rigorous entrance exam. For that, most applicants spend years of preparation training at combat school. However, there is no record of your training, and yet you passed the exam with flying colors and enrolled. In the world where I was raised, every day was a battle. I had to learn to fight to survive. I admire your drive. That raises a lot of questions about Jean, but again, apparently there was a lot of forgery going on. I admire your drive. Our school accepts individuals from all walks of life. Rich, poor, human, faunus. Why do you hide who you are with that bow? There are a number of faunus students here, and we never question whether exchange students are faunus or not, despite your wonderful policy of equality. Some people will still reject the faunus. That is true. But many people are working daily to bridge that divide, and I'd like to ask you for your assistance. With all due respect, it's not that easy. For now, I want people to see me for who I am, not what I am. I understand how you feel. I have no intention of compelling you, but who exactly are you? I don't understand what you're asking. How did you know the White Fang would be at the shipyard? It was a coincidence. I just happened to be there. You found them by coincidence, fought to prevent the theft. But you didn't know they were the White Fang until you encountered them? Yes, just as I explained after the incident. I may be your headmaster, but I am also a huntsman. I will use all my strength to fight those who disturb the peace. Like, are you sure there's nothing else you would like to tell me? I'm sure. Very well. Thank you for your time. You should return to your friends. If you ever need to talk to me, please don't hesitate to ask. Essentially grilling her about her involvement with the White Fang. I honestly don't remember this discussion. Was it in the original series too? Let me know in the comments. Oh, wife stuck around. Professor Osmond must have been relieved that there was some connection between you and the White Fang. Professor may be open-minded, but I can't expect the entire academy to be that tolerant. If they discover that I was once with the White Fang, I'll surely be expelled. The teammates will never let that happen. And again, you don't plan to return to the White Fang after you graduate, do you? Jesus. White? What? Absolutely not. You don't intend to take the knowledge and power you gain here and use it for destructive purposes? I don't. I share the same values as a professor. I'll use all my strength to fight those who disturb the peace. I have no intention of turning a blind eye towards the company's dark side. Even though I'm inexperienced powerless, I can't do anything right now. Someday I will help to make this world a better place. When that time comes, I will need your help of individuals like yourself. Is that really how you feel? At the very least, I don't ever want to fight you again, so you remember that. Vaguely. Not that I want to remember it, though. Just thinking about it makes me embarrassed. I want to die. Can you please hurry up and forget about it, too? Again, the reason why they never speak of it after this. Yep, that's adorable. You were so gloomy when you first came to Beacon. Huh? I was? I don't want to stick out. I rode without knowing anyone here. Weren't you saying stuff like that? As long as I have my favorite weapon, I don't need friends and so on. Yeah, well, I was nervous because I was younger than everyone. When you picked on me and said you didn't want me to be on my team and stuff. Hey now, I wasn't trying to pick on you. And we did get on the same team. And Wes's dreams even when you weren't around. I kicked some serious butt. I'm gonna keep making friends, tons of them. That feels like the most Rwby moment. Do your best, Rwby. You don't think I can, says the... Fine, I'll learn to do everything by myself. Hey, ladies of Team Rwby. Oh, son. Hello. Is it just the two of you today? We're waiting for friends. You're always alone. Where are your friends? They're arriving soon. I'd love to introduce them to you. Is that okay? Yeah. I'd love to make more friends. Are they trustworthy friends? You two finally made it. We're perfect timing. Why don't you join us for a conversation? You're okay with sitting with a faunus boy? When have I ever said I wouldn't be? Hey, kitty. Oh, yeah, actual kitty. Because, well, that, in addition to Blake being a faunus, you mustn't speak of her connection to the White Fang. Fine with me. Was it that big a deal? Please, son, I really want to start a new life here. In exchange, we won't hand you over to the police for being a stowaway. An exchange? Yeah, without that, if she asks me not to tell, I won't. I won't ever tell my friend. What friend? Trust me, he says he'll introduce them when they get to Beacon. Try to get along with them, okay? It's weird for me to say this, but they're all hotties. I'm sure you'll like them. Oh my, how exciting. Oh, I wonder about that. By the way, where's Team Juniper? I did invite them. They said they couldn't come because of John's special training. He's been at it all vacation. Pure sure has an unusual taste though. She could have just teamed up with someone else instead of putting up with all that. Why she really wants to be on a team with Pure after all. No, that's not. Maybe we could trade her for someone from Team Juniper. That's not what I said. I'm gonna do everything I can to make this super awesome team, even if you come begging. I won't let you back in, Weiss. So was I trying to leave the team? Silly. I take it you're more the quiet type? Not really. I spend a lot of time alone. Just not that used to it yet. But they're fun. I can count on them. Yay! That's right, just like I taught you. Keep repeating the basic moves. A spirit, your aura is a lot stronger than you think. If you don't rush, you can keep practicing. Someday my semblance will awaken. Oh, do your best, John. And I'm gonna keep it until the new semester starts. I expect so. We're both very committed to it. Aww. Sometimes I want to go out and play with Team Rwby. Why don't we suggest that to John? John sure is weird. He's so weak, but he still says he's gonna protect us. Perhaps that is his greatest strength. Aww. You're the strongest one of us, friend. I'm really glad we're on the same team. And too, Nora. Let's keep watching out for each other. Yes, of course. Y'all. Always flirting. You're sure early. What you doing? Just going over notes from last semester. Oh, you were writing something while you were reading, weren't you? No, was it? Not really. Will you let me read it later? You got the wrong idea. Oh, what was that? Maybe your manners, Yang. You shouldn't play with your food. Hey, where's Rwby? She said she was getting something ready. Best day ever activities. Sister. Friends. Wife. This ought to be good. Yesterday I thought of something. The new semester starts tomorrow. Last day of vacation, we should work together. And whoever we're team together to have the most fun everyone has ever had. Ever! I always kick my semester off with a yang. A yang, guys. A yang. Oh my god. Oh, here it comes. Food fight! Did you steal my binder? I added my super ultra fun plan to it. I never said you could— Oh! Pied! Let's take it too far north. I have a suggestion. Today of all days, why don't we begin with the cafeteria activity that's tradition here at Beacon? A tradition. Oh, the one Dad was talking about. What are we doing? Food fight. Ready. Oop, oop. How about it, leader? We accept your challenge. Aw, don't tell me you don't get to see it. Yes, the barricades have been formed. Yeah. Yes. Go wild with the animation. Haha, chicken fist. Yes. Ooh. Oh. Baguette battle. Swordfish. Oh god, the leaks. Nice. This food fight is so violent. Through battle, man won life, but even the most brilliant lights eventually flicker and die. And then darkness will return, and save vigilant guardians of light. But take heed, there will be no victory in strength. Perhaps victory is in the simpler things. That's the things that are long forgotten. Things that require a small, more honest soul. And then they were forced to clean it all. Oh. Shoot. Now I kind of want to go back and rewatch all of Rwby. It literally makes me just want to watch Volume 1, this, Volume 2, and just go straight on through up to 9. I think the only downside is that the opening was just a clip show, essentially. But this was fun, especially for a story that's just more about them deepening their bonds more than anything else. Because it has been said a multitude of the times, and it's been shown that the era between volumes 1 and 2 is the best time to do anything, because there's so much time we never explore. It's just a big old blank spot. It's just like, you're telling me nothing happened in that frame of time? In loving memory, I believe in the human spirit is indomitable. If you endeavor to achieve, it will happen given enough resolve. Monty O. Aww. See, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It remains the biggest shame possible. Because, Monty's style was so great, and he would have loved to have seen this, I think. To have seen that this creation went as far as to become a friggin' anime, and I know people are bent out of shape about it, but a friggin' animated movie alongside the Justice League? Like, come on, dude. Rwby's just one of these hits that has gone to heights that I never would have believed something like it could have gone to. And the tragedy will always be that Monty didn't get to just see it grow. I know people have their gripes about where it's gone. Even I have my issues here and there. But I feel like a lot of people make the series out to be like, oh, so much worse than it actually is. But that always happens with a lot of things. The bigger something grows, the more hate it gets. And while criticism is always deserved, I feel like some people get way out of hand with it. Especially because this is a series where Monty, as far as I know, didn't really have too thorough a plan. I think he had a tendency to kind of fly a little bit by the seat of his pants, so the fact that everyone was able to just keep making something that has lasted this long, and I don't even know how much longer it has to go. I mean, I expect, because where everything is at now, I'm not sure. Oh, and the day out at the carnival. Oh, that's cute. And he's giving in to the shipping pairs. But I feel like it could last at least 5 more seasons, maybe. All things willing and considered. If nothing happens, it could still keep going. And it's just one of these things I look forward to seeing. Through its ups and downs, I'm still interested in seeing where the series goes. What end it gets to. I mean, I don't have enough of an issue to be like, no, they need to end it already or have more new people brought into it. It's like, no, I'm fine with this. Shoot, I remember from the first couple of seasons, the joke between me and my friend who watched it from day one. Been watching this series from day one because I used to follow Monty back when he just put stuff on his YouTube channel back in the day. Like, I remember when, what was it, Dead Fantasy was released, and then the Samus versus Master Chief or Metroid versus Halo, whatever you want to call it, that animation he did, like, I saw those when they pretty much initially came out, give or take like a month or so, once they started picking up traction. But like, I'm an old head, so all the complaints people have about the series is just like, that's a drop in the bucket to me. It's just like, yo, the fact that it even has a decent enough story to still be telling is still impressive for me. But I fully intend to follow this series to its end. And I really do hope that Queendom does well enough that more people get into Rwby, Maybe they do some more animations. I know, again, people are all bent out of shape over the Rwby Justice League thing, but hey, if that does well, maybe we'll get just more Rwby movies in general. Or again, more little animated specials, 12 episode series that tell little in between stories here and there. But again, I don't know how well you could do that because the in between of each season gets tighter and tighter and tighter to the point where it's just like you don't really have time to tell like a side story for a good chunk of them. Hell, you barely have time to include these video game adaptations that they have from time to time. But to wrap things up, I hope and wonder, did this scratch the itch for those of you who missed the days at Beacon and wish there was a little bit more of it? Because, I mean, all things considered, that doesn't even that barely makes up a fifth of the series now at this point. It makes up, no, actually about a fifth of the series going forward. And would you like to see more Beacon Days? But tell me your thoughts on this series as a whole in the comment section below. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.